Welcome to episode 5 of the Lost Cookbooks show. Today we're going to be reviewing another cookbook. It's going to be this one. Okay, I have 2 of these, so I will be giving one away. I think we may be missing a page or 2, but I'll still give it away. So let me turn it around so you can see the cookbooks better. This cookbook is How to Enjoy Speed Cooking with Your New General Electric Range. Now, I looked in the front and the back for copyright, and I can't find one. I did Google, and it said it was in the early 1950s, between 1950 and I think it was 1954. It's when they started making this range. The ranges back then were a whole lot better than the ones we have today. As far as the things it would do, I would love to have one. They were bigger, but they did so much. Is yours the Liberator? Is yours the Stratoliner? Is yours the Speedster? Is yours the Airliner? Is yours the Stewardess? Is yours the Leader? Push a button for the cooking speed you want. See, you've got your built-in pressure cooker. You have a warmer where you warm everything up. And look at the size of that oven. Three ovens in one. Gleaming plastic push button controls. Cooks an entire meal at one time in the oversized oven. Here we go. What have we got here? This is page 58. Woman's Day magazine. Look at there. We've got a date. December 1958, page 57. So we got December 1958, Woman's Day magazine. We've got oatmeal cookies, holiday cutouts, ginger cutouts, black and white pinwheels, Brazil nut cookies, coconut top brownies, apricot date bars, butter cookies, honey rye cookies. Look at all this stuff. Chocolate meringues. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Rolled almond wafers, finger cookies. So I am going to end up making a recipe off of this. 1958 Woman's Day, December 1958 Woman's Day. That is neat. I'm going to put that to the side. This is your pressure cooker. Goes down into the stove. Ooh, look, we've got more. We have a handwritten recipe. Okay, so these are fruitcake cookies. Fruitcake cookies, and then we have lace cookies. I'll end up making those too, because I always like to try out these handwritten recipes. Okay, we are into the recipes in this book. We've got chicken cacciatore, quick beef put together, grilled meat toasties with creamed asparagus. a plain omelet. Got pork chops and acorn squash, skillet fried fish, jiffy fried potatoes. Oh, we got another one. We got whipped butternut squash. We got our sauces. Okay, what's this one say? Louise Woods. Louise Woods lemon cheese filling. And then my white cake. All right, gotta add that to my make pile. Peppermint candy sauce. We've got rhubarb with dumplings, or you can do blueberries with dumplings. I think blueberries with dumplings would be good. Glazed almonds, tapioca cream, chocolate date pudding. Recipes for your thrift cooker. Now, I don't have a thrift cooker. Stewed chicken and dumplings, beef stew, Chinese chop suey. New England boiled dinner. This is our soups, French fried donut, French fried potatoes. French fried potatoes, donuts, fruit pudding, Boston brown bread. More instructions on your speed oven. Roasting meats in your oven. We got veal. Individual meatloaves with barbecue sauce. Ham loaf. Far East cod fillets. Goes into details on your roasted turkey. Corn cheese bake. That sounds interesting. 18 slices of processed cheddar cheese, whole kernel corn, 6 slices of thin sliced white bread, eggs, salt, paprika, dry mustard, Worcestershire, and milk. Huh. Carla's having a dream over there, if you can hear that. Salmon loaf, horseradish beets. I don't think so. Oven fried potatoes. There are all kinds of recipes in here. Look, refrigerator rolls. We got more refrigerator rolls. These do not have potatoes in them. And then it's got different kinds. Butterflake, cloverleaf, Parker House. And it tells you what you do to make it into that. Biscuits, cornbread, bread. And we got cakes. Chocolate fudge cake. Gingerbread cake. 2-egg quick cake. Your frostings, your cookies, your pies. I bet coconut cream pie would be good. Oh, we got a banana cream pie option as well. Steve doesn't like coconut, but I love coconut. We got pumpkin pie, Hawaiian lemon pie, which means it'll have pineapple. I think we had enough pineapple with the meatloaf. Well, that's kind of... This is the one that was missing a page. It goes from 60 to 63. But when I get over this one has that page. Then it talks about your super broiler that you've got in this nice oven. And all the things you can make with that super broiler. And then it's got your dinners made up here. You can have stewed chicken and dumplings, broccoli, fruit salad, and Lady Baltimore cake. Ice cream with peppermint candy sauce, Fiesta biscuits, peas, and pork chops and acorn squash. Those sound like some hearty meals there. Tells you how to care for your range. Cake, baking, deep frying, cooking vegetables. It tells you everything you need to know. And then we have our index and we have our range warranty. Now, I wonder if they had to use the range warranty, and that's why we have 2 cookbooks. Okay, so that one's missing a page. We found some pretty good recipes in there, though, that were handwritten. Let's see if this has anything in it. And we're going to see what's on page 60. Was it 60 or 61? Oh, look, we've got something here. We have something on 3 East Main Street, 45 cents. Oh. Mr. and Mrs. Joseph R. Gilreath, whose marriage was an event of last week, are at home, 1605 Bennett Avenue. Miss Gilreath was formerly, and then it goes any further than that. That's Steve's grandparents. So that was their wedding announcement. That's cool. I'm going to set that aside to put up. Well, now we got something else. Party for bridal couple. Mrs. Sue and Lucille Thompson entertained at an enjoyable evening party Thursday at their home on East 14th Street to honor Mr. and Mrs. C.B. Robinette, who have returned after their wedding trip. Their marriage was an event of last Saturday in Cartersville, Georgia, the home of the bride, who was formerly Miss Clara Wheeler. Then it goes on into everybody that was in attendance. We have something that's $3.79. I'll have to ask Steve what year those would have been. That's old. Okay, we've already been through the cookbook. This is definitely a newer cookbook than this one. So I'm wondering if they had to get another range, and that's why they have 2. Okay, we have some, I don't see any dates. I like it when we have dates on newspaper clippings, but there isn't. We have a recipe for gingerbread men and his traditional butter cutouts, and then there's a recipe correction. I'm going page by page just to see if I come across anything else. Okay, so this is the page that was missing in the other cookbook. Soft vanilla frosting, fudge frosting, and butterscotch slices. Brownies, oatmeal raisin, tea cookies. That's a pretty good page to have missing. That's all your good cookies. Yeah, this is definitely the newer cookbook because see how this one is a lot darker than that one. Well, either they got a range cookbook from somebody else or they got a new range. They just got two of the same ranges. Maybe they had to do a warranty. I don't know. But anyway, I have two of these cookbooks, so I will be giving one away. So when you comment on this video, you got to leave me a comment. Doesn't matter what the comment is. If you comment, you'll be entered into the drawing to receive this cookbook. Then you'll just have to send me your address via email and I'll get it out to you. General Electric 1950s. It's got some good recipes in it. I'm going to do a recipe poll. This time Steve is going to pick out what goes on the poll. He's still a little tainted by the pineapple meatloaf, I think. But the pineapple meatloaf, y'all, it actually was better the next day. So if you make the pineapple meatloaf, make sure you do crushed pineapple in it. I would let it sit in the refrigerator overnight and serve it the next day because it's got so much more flavor to it the next day. I thought it was better the next day. The corn sticks were also better the next day. All right, that's all there is for this cookbook review. I'm going to put up a poll. Go vote on which recipe you want to see me cook. And I'm also going to add some of these recipes to my to-do list. And I got to go put some of these newspaper clippings up because that's pretty interesting. Okay, I asked Steve and he said his grandparents got married around 1930. So this is an old newspaper clipping. He doesn't know whose handwriting. He says this may be his grandmother's handwriting here. This was written by a Louise Woods. It's got her name up top. Anyway, that's pretty cool. Thanks for watching the Lost Cookbooks show. Y'all have a blessed day.